Hey guys, how's it going? I am doing so good today. Today I'm going to share with you guys 25 amazing and positive things about turning 25. I've noticed a lot of negativity online about turning 25, but when looking it up and kind of coming into 25 in the past couple of months, I was kind of looking for positivity and all I saw was negativity about it. And so I decided to just analyze how I feel and just really look at life in the past year and all the amazing things that have come about leading up to 25. I did turn 25 a couple of weeks ago, you guys, and I was absolutely just terrified, didn't know how to feel about it. It wasn't just this cookie cutter milestone where I could be like, okay, well at 25 I do this. When you turn 21, you know you can drink. When you turn 18, you know that you can vote, you can join the military. Like when you're 16, that's when you usually get your driver's license. So I didn't have a blueprint of what to expect for 25. I decided to analyze life on my own, set some goals for the next 5 years, and really figure out, what life means to me and not what it means to these cookie cutter milestones that are made up. Because what ends up happening, you guys, is that you think that these milestones define who you are, and then if you don't hit those milestones you feel bad. I'm over that. I'm over people telling me where I need to be in life and when I need to be there in life, and I just kind of realized so far that I'm running my own race. I actually recorded this video already for you guys and I deleted it, and I was pretty down about it. And even during that situation I realized, you guys, that things happen. Like if I look back on life, things just happen, and you can either react to it in two ways. You can get upset, or you can find change within it, and you can figure out how to make your perspective a more positive one. Let's get right into it. The first thing that I have for you guys is saying no is a lot easier now. It is so much easier for me to say no to people. It's so much easier for me to say no to spaces that I don't want to be in, to jobs that I don't want to be in, to things that I just don't want to do. The second thing is kind of spicy. Sex is amazing. I would say that now that I'm 25, even though I've only been 25 for 2 weeks, I've pretty much just been analyzing when you have sex with your lover or with your partner or a partner, you really realize that you are able to communicate what you like. You're not selfish with your love. You're able to give it all. And I think that it's amazing because when you're a little bit younger, you aren't really communicating what you want and what you don't want. And that is so important. If you are not 25 yet and maybe you're leading up to there, just start to really think, are you communicating what you need, what your body needs, or are you just settling and just, missing out on the fun? The third thing that I have for you guys is the understanding of money. I look back on college and I think about, all of the money that I spent through college and all of the money that I didn't really save that I could have saved, and it really just puts things into perspective. If we have spent the last 5 years, in my reality, going to college, trying to find a good job, trying to make space for my creativity, trying to do all of these things, trying to save money, trying to pay off debt, all of these things, had I thought about, truly saving to help me at 25, then I would be in a different position. And not to say that I would change anything, just looking back at this point, I wouldn't change anything, but you can do better. So now I'm looking towards the next 5 years and I'm like, okay, well, I can save money, I can invest in different ways, I can, really start to build a good future so that in my 30s, I can travel and really enjoy life. Fourth thing is that you don't really find yourself being in spaces that don't serve you. It really goes with saying no. So I recently have gone through this where I've had to purge people from my life, really figure out who is worthy enough to work with and to build a friendship with, and who does not help me grow. A lot of times I tell people this, the way you can tell if someone can truly help you grow is literally by the things that you learn from them. Are you learning from the people that are around you? Learn anything from your friends. Like, are you guys talking about growth, your careers? Are you guys reading? Are you guys sharing like really cool things about the world with each other? If you find yourself just talking about things that have no substance, and they're probably not the people that are gonna help you grow. My fifth thing for you guys is that you can finally rent a car. I'm actually pretty excited about this. I used to be like, okay, like I can rent a car, so what? But the mileage on your cars really matters. So if I can put miles in someone else's car and not put it on my car, and still keep a good warranty on my car, and still just keep like a nice like engine that's gonna run for me for a while, like it's actually pretty cool to like rent a car and travel in it. Like it's actually super cool. The sixth thing is wanting to be in a relationship is no longer a bad thing. It's usually where people are like, oh, don't waste your time on one person, or oh, like live your life, or oh, whatever. But like the truth is like, if you're a person like me, if you're a Cancer, if you are someone who enjoys partnership and someone who enjoys sharing their life with someone, like it is no longer a bad thing. Even if people shame you about it, still like you are old enough and grown enough to make your own decisions and to go through life and really just enjoy it how you want to. It may not be what everyone wants, and that's okay, because you are living your life. Would be my seventh thing. It is also okay to be single. So there is this double standard that like, oh, well, if you're single, you're enjoying your life and you're living your life. But if you're in a relationship that you're not, like, no, I'm gonna tell you guys that the way you enjoy your life and you live your own life is by individually working on your happiness. No one else can make you happy, whether you are single or not. Like, you shouldn't be single and working on yourself and building yourself up just so that you can find another person. Like, yeah, that's great, but you should always be like working on yourself and building yourself up. And a lot of times when you are in a relationship, it's really hard, because you're like, okay, well, I found my person, so I don't have to work out, I don't have to eat well, I don't have to do my hair or my makeup, but none of that is true. Like, you need to constantly be working on yourself no matter what. It's okay to be single, it's okay to be in a relationship, it's okay to want both. I'm just saying. My eighth thing for you guys is you really have to work out now and really like pay attention to your body. A lot of people's metabolism starts to slow down as they get older, but it's not really a bad thing. It's just like, okay, now I have to intentionally make sure I'm taking care of myself. And that's a beautiful thing, because as you get older, like you'll probably just look the same. At some point, like you stop changing what you look like until you probably get like in your 40s, your late 40s or 50s. But even now, my parents, they still look the exact same that I've always known them to look like. And my dad just turned 50. So it's so interesting to just kind of see like how you take care of yourself now is how you're going to reflect later on. So it's actually exciting to just go ahead and like note, like working out and eating well is so important. Ninth thing for you guys is being sexy is something that you can easily tap into and manipulate, and also being confident goes hand in hand with that. So if you are confident in any situation, like at this point, you know, at 25, you kind of know, if I go in with confidence, I'm gonna get what I want. If I play up my sexiness, I'm gonna get what I want. And that's for men and women. It's not to get it confused that like women should play up their sexiness to get what they want. No, it's in general that sex sells. This is why you see sex everywhere in the United States. And this is also why you can use your sexual energy. You can literally, it's called sexual transmutation. So what you can do is you can actually take your sexiness or the feeling around it, the pheromones around it, and you can turn that into creativity. You can actually pour all of that energy into something that can really grow. Yeah, just know that it's deeper. Like your sex appeal is much deeper. It's scientific. It's to your advantage. And I think by 25, you learn that you're not, like, just because you're not conventionally beautiful, that you can't get what you want, because that's not true. My 10th thing for you guys is not knowing anything at all is okay. Situations, a lot of conversations that I have at this point, if I do not know the full on facts, or if I don't know everything that's surrounding the conversation, I will say that I don't know. Actually better, the conversation goes smoother. I read How to Make Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, and that book actually talks a lot about how sometimes you have to let people win in a conversation just to actually help yourself in the conversation, to actually come off as the more mature one, to come off as like, you know what, it's okay to not know everything, and that is how you make more connections with people. But it's super cool to just kind of know, like, I don't have to know everything. It feels good. I remember being 16 and screaming at my parents and being like, you don't know, you don't understand, but really, like, we both lacked understanding, and both of those things are okay. My 11th thing for you guys is you really realize that age does not matter at all. At a certain point, it's like we're all like just human beings, and we are all just on the same earth and playing field for a little bit of time, and it doesn't really matter. Like, age just doesn't really matter. And I say that because you kind of feel like at a certain age you have to be a certain person, you have to have certain things accomplished, but it just doesn't really matter as much as we like to put you know, so much faith in age. And then also when it comes to age is that, like, you aren't defined by your age. Like, if you feel like you're young, you just feel like you're young. Like, I met a lady, she's 45, and she's like, I feel the same way as I felt at 25. So that's probably gonna be the case as long as you take care of yourself and you're not like really going really hard in life and really like weighing down on your body. Long term, if you live a hard life, like, your body is going to feel that. So just treat yourself good, and you'll probably look how you look for a long time. You'll probably feel how you feel for a long time as well. 12th thing for you guys is you really learn how to value your own opinion and kind of forget what other people have to say. This is also very prevalent in my life. I've been spending a lot of time by myself, just on purpose, just trying to reconnect and really like feel what I feel and not really ask people what they think about what I want to do with my life. And that comes from the people that I love so much, or either the people that I'm just having to encounter every day. It doesn't really, you know, matter what they think or how they feel. Like, great, I value your opinion, but I don't seek value in your opinion. So my 13th thing is that you really experience a different kind of nightlife, and that's because you are now trying to basically be around people that have more in common with you, that have an interest to seek goals and to build themselves up and to be better. So a lot of times if I go to bars that may have a little bit more people that are still in college and stuff, I feel like I'm looking around a room with a lot of confused people, people who don't have goals, people who don't really know what they want to do with themselves, and people who are kind of drinking their day away or their week away just to feel better. When you get to a point where you do have goals and you do have, you know, something that you want to do in the future, what you find is that you want to be around people who have that same thing, that same feeling, and you want to actually celebrate when you go out. You don't want to just be seeking, you know, something to fill a void. It's just a different type of thing, so it's super cool. So my 14th thing for you guys is that saving money is a lot easier because you have a lot more to kind of weigh out and to kind of think about and be like, okay, well, I can do this or I can do that. Like, basically, I can save money this month so that I can have fun next month. You're not wanting everything right now because you know that what you put in right now is going to reflect in your future, and that's with anything in life. The 15th thing for you guys is that you really value your family a lot more, and you find yourself wanting to actually be around your family a lot more. For me, I could say that I'm still kind of trying to figure out a career for myself, like something that I enjoy and find purpose in. And sometimes sometimes that means living far from your family. Sometimes that means missing out on things, especially like in your 20s. But it does make me kind of sad sometimes because I'm like, okay, well, my family, they're doing things and I'm not able to be there. But on the positive side of that is that eventually you will be able to, you know, reap the benefits of working hard, and you'll be able to be around your family, and your family will be there. Like, it seems like, you know, that they won't be there, but they will. My 16th thing for you guys is your relationships are a lot more meaningful, and you actually put a lot more work in when it comes to the people that you love. You are able to practice what is called forgiveness, and I can say that that's taken me a while to master. The 17th thing is that you really have so much clarity about your past, about what's going on right now, and also what's gonna be in your future. Like, you can feel like a sense of achievement, or that you have some goals you have to meet. You have, you know, some lessons that you've learned, some mistakes that you've made, and they all just like make you who you are right now. And it's actually really beautiful because once you have clarity on your past, and once you have clarity about, you know, the future is going to be okay, then the present moment, which is all that matters, just feels so much more fulfilling. So my 18th thing for you guys is that you really notice and you feel like you have so much time ahead of you. The other day, someone told me, they were like, you have a good 50 years to do whatever you want ahead of you. And that's so beautiful because I have, you know, more than that. Like, I have more faith in myself than 50 years. But like, just to think, like, a lot can happen. It's a lot of wonderful things. You can achieve a lot of wonderful things in 50 years. And I think that for the past 5 years, I've kind of been feeling like, dang, I need to get this all done. I need to get it done. It's a constant, like, am I running out of time? But the fact is that you're not running out of time. You have more than enough time to do whatever you love and whatever you want to do. And if you feel like you don't, start saying that affirmation every morning. I have enough time to get everything I want to do done. So my 19th thing is that you have less guilt on doing things for yourself, even when it comes to, you know, working. Every time I get paid, I try to do one nice thing for myself because I know that I've worked hard and I know that I deserve it. My 20th thing is that you really realize that your creativity and the things that you really love are also things that could become your income. They could be very lucrative, and creativity is just as profitable than going to college and getting a degree and trying to find a 9-to-5 job and really just thrive. Both are valid. You can do both if that's what you want to do. You can choose to be creative. You can be creative and go to college. It's okay. But it's just to say that there's a lot of validity within creativity now, and I don't feel guilty for recording videos or recording myself singing or practicing lines just because I haven't done it since high school. Like, all of these things are still valuable and valid. Well, my 21st thing goes hand in hand with that. Like, you realize that your creative ideas make you who you are and make you feel fulfilled, make you feel purpose. So you may go to your job every day and you don't feel any type of purpose, but you can create your own purpose within the things that you really love as well. My 22nd thing is that you really realize that your beliefs are going to be constantly changing. You are going to agree and disagree with a lot of different things. Sometimes you may really be for something, and then 2 years later you're like, why did I ever believe that? And belief is a constant change. The things that we believe are based on the things that we are shown, or our life experiences, or the things that we're watching. Everything is very relative. Like, until you figure out more information on something, you only know what you know. That also goes with not knowing anything at all. But it's super cool to know that, like, even like with religious beliefs, like, it changes. It changes based on where you are in life, who you're friends with, where you live. Like, everything just, it's a constant change, and that is what life is. It's just change, and it's so beautiful. My 23rd thing is you really realize who you want in your life, who you don't want in your life, and it's easy to figure it out. It's easy to find peace within that, and I'm just so thankful that I, choose people in my life for me, and if it doesn't serve other people, that's okay too. But I just starting to live my life for me and not for other people. 24th thing is that you really realize that your thoughts have a significant role in your reality, like what you speak, what you say, what you do, what you believe. It all manifests in your future, like very quickly, like more than you know. This is why I constantly script during the new moon and the full moon, because I know that that energy is working with me, the universe is working with me, especially when the energy is very heightened. So what I choose to do is be careful with my words and realize that you really have to choose the good words, because that goodness is going to manifest in your life. My last thing, the 25th thing, is that you really meet acceptance. You accept who you are. You accept what life is right now. You just accept where you are. And it's so beautiful, because within acceptance there is peace, there is lack of worry, and I just really, I don't know, I accept where I am, and I'm thankful, I'm grateful I am here. I do believe that we are all very lucky to be here as well. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I hope that it helped you if you are worried about turning 25, because I promise you, it just feels like who you are. And as long as you let go of judgment, I think that you'll be so fine. And just remember, you're lucky to be here. So blessed, and life is very beautiful. So if you are new, I hope that you subscribe to my channel, because it helps to grow my channel. And I have a lot more for you guys. And comment below your fears about turning 25 and how you basically turn that around. Like, what are the positive things that you tell yourself every day about getting older? And until next time, I hope that you guys have a beautiful, beautiful day.